he was the first one to balance the checkbook for the club. Well, when I was 16, I got my first checkbook. My mother showed me how to balance it. Of course, it's interesting because my dad, at the time, was president of the bank. He never balanced the checkbook. My mother did. So I diligently balanced my checkbook every month for years. And then one time I was talking to my brother, my older brother, who became president of the bank.
Oh.
And I said, well, Doug, how often do you balance your checkbook? He was like, well, what do you mean? You know, balance the checkbook. He says, oh, I never balance my checkbook. I just call the bank and ask them how much I have. So that was the last time I balanced my checkbook.
Yeah.
And that was 30 years ago. So I commend you.
What is your weirdest conspiracy theory? Toastmaster John Mazinovich.
All right! How you doing?
All right.
You ready to go? Ready to go?
All right.
Where'd you go?
Too early. How are you taking?
I'd like to apologize for my nays. I'm just feeling kind of contrary today.
How are you taking?
Nonconformist. Conspiracy theories. What's my favorite conspiracy theory?
What?
I feel like I'm way too rational to really go there, so I'll make one up. And that would be that Toastmasters is a front, and you guys are all in on it. I know you are. So stop playing games with me. You know what you're up to, and you're not going to get it over on me. Do not bamboozle me. Okay?
There you
So
go.
are we clear now?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
I'm done. Thanks.
All right.
Are Toastmasters elections rigged? Toastmaster Blake Smith.
Hey.
Well. I think it's curious that you would ask a question like that to a fine Southern gentleman as myself. Are these elections rigged? Are you accusing somebody in this room of bamboozling a poor innocent soul coming in here thinking the election is fair? I do not think that that is a proper question. As a matter of fact, I take umbrage with remarks such as that. Questioning along these lines is just pretentious. It's egregious. It's horrific. Rigged? You're dadgum right to rig. How do you think I afforded that Harley outside? When I ran for treasurer, it was great. Back to you.
All right.
If you were president, what would your scandal be? Toastmaster Tim Conyers.
What would my
Scandal.
Scandal be?
scandal? Well, I don't think it would be no scandal. I will have to say, the first election I attended, I really didn't know what was real and what wasn't. I really didn't know if they were really asking me to run for something or not. So I had a great time back there watching Karen, right? Because I really think that she wasn't sure either. And I know that if you've not been prepped on what this meeting is like, you really don't know what's going on. Are they really running or are they not? I had a really good time watching Karen. Thank you.
What would your ideal running mate be if you were running for president? Toastmaster Barky Periapathy.
Mm-hmm.
BP.
Since everybody here feels like a constituent in some form or fashion in one election or the other, and having that moved one time or more in your lifetime so far, I was born with a name to be VP. So I would choose somebody who's more qualified, but also well-liked than I am. Whoever that might be, I don't know. Did that answer that question?
Green light.
Vote early or vote on election day? Toastmaster Maria Garten.
Well, first of all, I want to say this is my first time attending this election cycle at Toastmasters. And now I see why every meeting that I've come to has been completely full, but not this one.
Whoa, yes.
Vote early or vote on election?
Oh, okay. I would say vote early. The reason is whenever I go on election day, there's a huge line out the door. Whenever I've gone early, I'm able to vote quickly, and there are very few people, kind of like this meeting.
If elections were decided by dance-offs, what would your go-to move be? Toastmaster 10-10.
I knew you were going to go on me.
You know it? You know my daughter got married March 15th. And there's the father-daughter dance, right? And he and she did not ask me to practice with her. So the song came on, and I went out and I did this. Come here, come here. And every woman in the world, when you were dancing with them, and you raise their arm, what do? They spin around, right? So isn't that an easy move? And then we did a little bit of this, like that. And then we got real creative and we went like this. And then you went like that. And we went like this. And then we went like that. And I spun her around so many times, her dress was flying everywhere. But we didn't bamboozle anybody. People could tell we didn't practice, but they loved it anyway. Thank you very much.
Did you thank your partner at least?
Thank you, Marty.
Thanks for making all the guys look bad.
I'll make sure not to tell your wife then. Would you rather answer questions from kids or reporters? DTM Jordan Kamiker.
Grammarified.
He's grammarathon.
I'm gonna go back to the election.
All right, Mark Shear. Okay. Brianna Morgan. Answer questions from kids or reporters?
I would say I would answer them from kids. My previous job, I was a registered behavioral technician for children with autism, so I am a little bit more comfortable with speaking to children, especially since they won't be published in the news. So, if I were talking to reporters, I would definitely have to keep an eye with what I'm saying, especially because it could be on the TV, could be in newspapers, magazines, or on somebody else's Facebook page that I don't know. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Would you rather get votes by baking cookies or telling jokes? Toastmaster Ashley Casada.
Ooh, Ashley.
Morning.
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 Votes by baking cookies or telling jokes, I would have to say I'll do the baking cookies. I mean, it's a joke for me to be up here right now. I'm still trying my best. But yes, I would bake cookies all day, every day. I would do, what kind of cookies? I would do macadamia nuts and, maybe not oatmeal. Sorry, I'll trick every. Chocolate chips. What else? There's so many different kinds. Double chocolate chip with walnut.
Snickerdoodle.
Yeah, snickerdoodle. I would make one and get all of those. Yes, thank you.
I nominate
Ashley to bring cookies next week.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Tell us what kind.
And oatmeal cookies for
We may
Stephanie.
want to get back to the election.
She was heartbroken up there. Bless her heart.
Last thing on top. Should Winter Park Toastmasters open up a role, a position for VP in breakfast? Toastmaster, might you agree?
No need to vote, you already won.
So this morning, I had a little fiasco. I like to be on time, but I had ordered this face mask from Amazon, and it was this gold mask. I put it on, I couldn't get it off. I take pride on getting the breakfast casserole here on time for y'all to eat it. And I was stressing getting here this morning, getting the breakfast casserole because of the stupid mask that I bought from Amazon.
Bless
I
your
cannot
heart.
get it off. I ran some red lights. I drove a little fast, but I got it. And I looked, and there's one egg casserole. I use different cheese sometimes, and the cheese that doesn't have the flour, like if you actually shred the cheese, for some reason,
Oh, she's
it's
talking
like
dirty now.
more melty. So I enjoy baking. I love bringing it here, and thank you.
All right.